Today is a special day for two plays, actually. One was The King and I, which was done in 1973. I'm the girl in the third row in right dead center. You cannot miss me. And this is another picture of The King and I. It was done in 1973. Excuse me, folks. I played a royal wife. And that was an absolute thrill. I was so happy to be in The King and I. I was in all the scenes with the wives on. I was also in a number of Uncle Sam's cabin, Uncle Tom's cabin. I believe the number was where 6 of us were singing the lines for Uncle Tom's cabin. It was a thrill to be in The King and I. And I'm still friends with the king today, my royal husband. And also in 1978, another show came about, Kismet. I can tell you, I played so many parts. I was a townsperson, a fruit vendor, a harem girl, everything under the sun, even a slave. Here's a picture of Kismet, 1978. It was absolutely a thrill to do the Kismet. One more picture of Kismet. Well, today, in honor of these two plays, King and I and Kismet, I'm making a nectarine crisp. Okay. Okay, we're going to cut the nectarines. Okay. You talk anymore, Matt. You're cooking tonight. And I don't mind you grilling, believe me. He's talking, he's cooking. Alright, we're going to use about 4 nectarines. A nectarine is almost like a cross between a peach and a plum. Peaches are fuzzy, nectarines have smooth skin on it. And it's almost the end of the summer season when it's coming to food, because even these nectarines are getting a little bit hard. But I could use it for cooking. That's about as far as I'm going to be able to go with these guys. But it was so much fun to do Kismet and The King and I. I really enjoyed playing a royal wife. Every time the king came on stage, we all had to bow. It was a lot of fun doing that show in 1973. My parents came. A woman they worked with named Elena showed up and saw the play. I was really amazed. Get off the table, Nova. Oh, were you in The King and I? No, you weren't, so you can't be on the table. You talk, John, you're cooking. You gonna cook tonight? Okay. Alright, anyway. And Kismet was just as much fun. Being a royal, I was also a dancer in Kismet. Can you believe I actually danced in Kismet? My name was in the program like 5 times. Different roles they gave me. One was a fruit vendor. And we had to do this song called He's in Love. Only like 6 or 7 of us were actually singing that number. It was a lot of fun doing those plays. Those were really the good old days at the theater. Oh. Sadly, the director's no longer with us, but she really did a good job, you know. Okay. But both shows I loved equally, The King and I, as much as I love doing Kismet. I love both shows the same. I'm still friends with a lot of the people today on Facebook, you know. Okay. Now, one more nectarine, since we might as well use them all. They're hard, it's getting a little hard, so they're probably going out of season. There's nothing much we can do about it, you know. Almost done cutting these nectarines, and we're going to do the crisp topping. And then pop it into the oven, bake it for about 15 minutes. There we go, almost done. Okay, this is about the last nectarine. I'm going to toss this away here. And what I'm going to do is now I want to empty, excuse me, Camel Lady, I want to empty a ½ cup of flour. This is going to be the Christmas, because I have to use this with something else. I want to use about 1/4 cup of sugar to go into the nectarines. 1/4 cup, that's all I need. That's about it. A little bit of lemon juice. And I want to let it sit for a few minutes. Drop of lemon juice, there we go. A little lemon juice to give it a little flavor. Oh yeah. And also about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we're going to let it sit for just a few minutes, folks. Then we'll go to the next step, alright? Okay. Okay. Now we're going to mix this together. And let it sit for about 10 minutes. I want to make sure everything settles in, and we'll go to the next step. I'm now starting the Christmas. I have a ½ cup of flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. This is going to make the crisp. I'm also adding in a cup of oats, cooking oats. You make your favorite breakfast with this, all right? Okay, get a little bit more in here. A delicious summery dish in honor of these two wonderful plays that I did, King and I and Kismet. 73 was King and I, and Kismet was 78. I was actually engaged to my first husband when I did Kismet. It was a very romantic time for me also. 1 cup of oats. Okay. I'm now going to add in some cinnamon. I like to add in about maybe half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Okay. I gotta get the knife that I just started putting in the sink like an idiot I am today. Alright. Alright, I have the cinnamon. This is going to be a fantastic, wonderful crisp. And I'm going to dabble on top of the nectarines. I'm going to call them features. Okay. Nectarines are going in here. Okay. I love summertime, but unfortunately, summertime is almost over. You know, it's so hot this summer that I'm almost glad to see fall come. Okay, let's put this in the sink. Grab the knife. And wash it up into the nothing on it because I'm going to use also cut some butter in here. I'm putting butter on top of the crisp. Let me just mix this together. Yeah, I remember those two shows like it was absolutely like yesterday. And you know, the thing is, I'm still friendly with people from these two shows. I still have friends with the king. I call him my royal husband on stage, that is, you know. Okay, I'm going to cut some butter in. Try to use, if you can, Breakstone. My grandmother used to swear by Breakstone. It was always her favorite kind of butter. Used it for baking, everything, you know. I'm sure Grandma came to see me in The King and I. And Kismet, I don't think, yeah, she was still around then, yes. I'm dumping it in here. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of this stuff. So I can show you what's going to happen. It's going to become really a wonderful crumb mixture. Okay. I'm going to mix this together. The butter's going to be mixed in with the flour, the cinnamon. It's really delicious. It makes a delicious crumb topping. I call it buttery brown sugar topping. Now don't be upset if some of the butter doesn't mix in too well, because you know what's going to happen? It's going to melt. Either way, it's going to be mixed in. A little bit more. Grandma always used to make everything with her hands. There was no electric mixers in those days that I'm aware of. Maybe there was. I don't remember back in the 70s. I don't think so. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just give a little bit more butter mixed in. Sorry about that. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump this over the nectarines. Okay. That looks so yummy. It's gonna come out so delicious. Oh. What are you doing on top of this thing, Nova? You want to cook supper tonight? Okay. So there was Nova on top of this thing. You must like sugar. I know Missy likes butter. This one likes brown sugar. All right, now we know. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dabble the cinnamon over the topping. See? I'm going to cut a couple more squares of butter. A few squares. Here we go. It'll actually go right into the topping. Here we go. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to bake this for probably about 20 minutes until everything is mixed in together. So I'm going to butter a little bit more. Here we go. About 15 to 20 minutes. And here we have a delicious, wonderful, get the stuff off here, nectarine crisp. You know what's so great with nectarine crisp? A great, like vanilla ice cream will go good with this. Any kind of ice cream will go great with this. It's a delicious, wonderful dish. Oh, a nectarine is a cross between a plum and a peach. And this is on of The King and I 1973 and Kismet 1978. And from Deborah H. Home Country Kitchen. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.